Kitties! In this Hello Kitty Island Adventure news review this week, I want to talk about some words that the game have won. I found some unused art from the game. I want to tell you that I'm launching my channel membership, and then we will review everything that has been talked in the Discord about the upcoming updates. Let's go! So first of all, we got the NYX Award results, and Hello Kitty Island Adventure won 18 different awards. That's just incredible. In the mobile game category, they won these awards: Family, Evolving Game, Ongoing Game, Open World, Adventure, Best Indie Game, Casual, Multiplayer, Best Gameplay, Best Art Direction, Best Game Design, Best Music, Best Game Direction, Best Audio Design, Best Experience. And in the Best Game category, so not only mobile game, all the games together, they got Best Developers for Sunblink, Best Indie Game, and Rising Star. This is amazing. Honestly, I had not heard about the NYX Game Award, so I don't know how big it is, but 18 awards? That's just incredible. So congratulations Sunblink and everybody at Hello Kitty Island Adventure, because it's amazing. Now, I was looking for images about Hello Kitty Island Adventure and I found this website, The Cutting Room Floor. And it's actually a website that looks at early game images and the placeholder things that were in the game and that have been cut. I'm not sure if it was still in the game file, how they did find that, but we have super cool things from Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Apart from uglier versions of the characters for placeholders and everything, something super interesting is actually the map. You can look at the resort map. It was a little bit different because everything was more flat and not like a round island like before. And also there was a door, so is that door supposed to go to the spooky swamp? Or now the spooky swamp was on this side. So yeah, this is really interesting. And also you have all the cabins. I think the map now is very much cooler than it is in this early version, but that's really fun to see the evolution. We have also the comic books that were really simple. I tried to look if there's a new one, but I don't think so. I think all the ones that we have now are here. And we have just basic things like Stardust or things like that. So I was not able to find something that is not yet in the game, and that would be a spoiler. But there's a whole furniture set that we have not seen, and that is in a kind of different style than the rest. And it's called the Whimsical set. There had 3 things: the whimsical dresser, the whimsical sofa, and the whimsical table. And it's like something from a forest with branches and mushrooms and everything, and it's actually super cute. Honestly, if at some point we can decorate outside, I would totally see that be somewhere. So I'm not sure if it's unused or dropped, or if it will be in another area, because we have the bog that is kind of like the swamp, but we don't have like a really deep forest. We have palm trees and everything, but like a super cool whimsical forest will be very nice, maybe for a new area. So maybe that could be a set inside of that. So what do you think? Should we try and dig more information about these? So comment, what was the most shocking about this discovery? I really want to see this furniture set inside the game actually. So now is the time to tell you about my channel membership. It's actually being released tomorrow on my birthday, and that means that if you become a member of this channel on YouTube, you'll be able to play with me on stream or off stream, or just have super cool emojis and things like that in the chat. I'm really looking forward to have you become a member of this channel. So if you're watching this after November 2nd, there should be a join button somewhere and you can click on it and become a member so we can play together. And now let's review everything that was said in the Discord. Kurumi said, "Are there any plans for multi-trade capabilities in the near future? It's a pain trading 1 by 1. Chelsea said, "This one is still tricky, but we know folks want it. It's definitely on the list, but unlikely to make it to 1.3. Claudia asked, she phone didn't visit me this time around, even though she was supposed to visit by the 16th. Is that because it's random and luck of draw if they show up or not? And Chelsea said, there's a 50-50 chance each day that they'll visit. We'll be adding a 3-day hard PT, I believe, in 1.3, which means that if they don't show up the first 2 days, you're guaranteed to get them on the 3rd. But currently, it is possible to just get very unlucky and miss them all 5 days. So usually, when a character visits on the weekend, you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, where the traveling visitor can come, and on Tuesday and Wednesday, there's no traveling visitors, and then there's the next ones for the next week. So every day, it's a random, will you get this one character, yes or no? And yes, you can technically be very unlucky. So now let's talk about the multiplayer quests. Tade Modrell 622 said, does it mean I can complete the puzzle room in the haunted house basement without the multiplayer mode? Sophie said, I think for now it means you can skip them without affecting the game and it won't lock the characters in the mansion. I don't believe they changed it to solo solve yet. And Chelsea said, that's right, we don't have time to design multiple versions of every puzzles or create an interface to choose which to do. And in general, there are things that character AI just can't do and things that don't make sense, like moving into a vacation home. So it's a losing battle to try and develop everything to function both multi and solo. But all the multiplayer stuff going forward will have an opt-out in dialogue, and we've got it in the backlog to retrofit these 2 multiplayer quests, vacation homes and spooky mansion, with that in the future. So at the moment you can just not do them and you'll not be blocked, but in the future they planned that even if you reach those 2, you can say I don't want to do this quest and they will disappear. Magic Pine asked, if the hotfix backlog hides multiplayer quests, will we still be able to access them at a later time? I usually play solo and would hide them, but if a family member started playing, then I would want to do the multiplayer quests. Chelsea answered, we're trying to make it so that they will be reactivatable in the future. That likely won't make it into 1.3 update and hopefully soon after. Chelsea said this basement library quest is not an event quest. It's just a story quest unlocked after completing Icy Peaked. We released it with this update to be seasonally resonant. And then Naomi Red Panda said, I think people here just wanted to know if the Forest Witchy dress is still obtainable if skipped. And Chelsea said, we are looking into ways to go back and reactivate the quest if you want to try and get the reward, but to us it is similar to, is there a way to get the fishing furniture if you don't want to fish? Which is basically a no unless you want to do multiplayer trading, and we anticipate that this will work similarly. If you don't want to do the quest, if people have extras and they should, they might be willing to trade. And then somebody said, so there will continue to be items players can get without doing some form of multiplayer. Definitely feels like a punishment for solo players. Some other people said, I'm done. I don't want to play anymore because of this multiplayer thing. My thumbnail for last week's news was players are angry, and yes. Players are still angry that the game will not give them things without doing anything. Maybe what the people are most angry is that this game started super solo with a hint of multiplayer, but also when you start the game, there's play solo, play with a friend. So it's not like they hide it, that it's a multiplayer thing. Is that at the beginning, the multiplayer was just not as important and you could do this on the side. And now the multiplayer thing is ingrained into the main thing that you want to do. And also if you're on any of the group, I'm in a lot of the Facebook groups, most of the chat in the Facebook group is who is available to play with me in the basement library. So this is a bit sad because there's not the main chat. In the Discord there's a chat just for that, but I think it might be fun to just meet with other people to play. But I totally understand people who don't want to do that, but I don't understand the entitlement of people who say, hey, this game made something that I don't want to do, but they should give me the reward. This is only my opinion, but I don't agree with that. If you don't want to participate in some part of the game, and it's not like you can't, it's totally open, there's many ways to facilitate so that you can, then you can get this reward. I don't think that you can actually trade the dresses that you get there with friends. I should check. So maybe this is a way of getting it by multiplayer trading like I said, but that was me on my soapbox. Honestly, if you want everything in the game, you should participate in everything they offer and don't ask them to give you for free things for what you don't want to play it. Something about multiplayer that is even positive. Riz43 said, I know I'm in the minority because I like multiplayer. I play with my daughters and mom. We can all play together at the same time in some other Apple Arcade games, and I wish we could all be in the same Hello Kitty world at once. Like in Animal Crossing we could be 8, I think, on one island. And Chelsea said, we've been investigating additional player in worlds. Right now we're gated on performance and ensuring our lowest end devices have feature parity. However, internally we've tested with 4 players simultaneously and it was very fun. Definitely something we want to continue working towards. So this is really cool. I wish we can do parties. That would be so much fun. We've done that with other Lolita YouTubers in Animal Crossing, and we've done fashion shows with the designers who had the fashion in real life and in the game, and it was so much fun to have multiple people at once. So I would love to do that too. The eternal question. Does someone know if the game will come out for Android someday? No one knows, and the devs probably can't say. It isn't unusual for exclusive deals to disallow the release of information about timeline like that. All that the devs say if asked is that this is an Apple Arcade exclusive. And then Chelsea answered, currently an Apple Arcade exclusive. So currently an Apple Arcade exclusive means that it will definitely come to other platforms, but they're not allowed to say that or when. But it's coming, and I'm so looking forward to the influx of new players to come to my channel. So this is why I'm grinding to make every video possible to help all the players coming to this amazing game when they can. So when you collected all the daily rewards for an event, then you said they have stay tuned for the next event, and then sometimes it has timer for when the last part of the event comes. Like the last week or last 2 weeks there's another daily login bonus thing, but then it doesn't say how long the full event lasts. So when is the last day to actually get all the spooky treats and things like that. And so Chelsea said, great cash, we've logged this to fix. Then Sophie said, Sunblink needs to sort out the comic thing so badly. They told us one time, keep 1 copy of each and recycle the rest for the comics. And they hit it at Comic Book Organization and gave us nothing. And Chelsea said, it's been on the roadmap for every update since launch and keeps getting deprioritized. So I don't know what they will do about that, but something is coming at some point. About strawberry crates don't respawning. Chelsea said, there are upcoming planned ways to acquire new crates, hopefully 1.3 but no promises, and respawning will unbalance the economy. That's interesting because there's not like an economy of a public marketplace or something like that. I understand that if you have too many, I would not call it economy like in an MMO, for example, but I understand that if they would keep respawning, you had too many, and then it would kind of be not what the game expected, that you have to work slowly towards opening more houses. And then Starseed Sammy asked, why are we unable to name our cabins? That is so sad. I think it's the same issue for the names. Chelsea said, as soon as you have text entry, it opens a whole kind of worms around safety. We'll have to have bad words databases for every language we support, and a way for other players on an island to report inappropriate names, some way to review, handle, erase reported cabin names, and it might bump us out of certain age rating categories. It's actually something that was in the original plan for the cabins, but once we investigated all the dependency, it became clear that it was too much effort for the reward. We haven't nixed it forever, but it's definitely something that's lower priority at the moment. I don't remember what was the question, but Chelsea explained all the work they have to do for one single piece of furniture. So she explains that at Zynga, it's another studio, the artist would do the content development and visualization, and they set a theme, and the art department would concept out a bunch of different clothes, item, furniture, and went under that theme. At other places, it's a designer's job, or more specifically content designer, but be aware that I doubt you would ever to be able to just do that unless you were a huge team. If you look at Animal Crossing, credit list you can find titles as specific as item designer, but that team is massive. At most places, you'd have to be doing design, tuning, and implementation. For instance, for a single piece of furniture at Sunblink, we have two. Decide the theme, it's the product department. Decide the concept, concept artist and art director. Create the asset, that's the 3D modeler. Integrate the asset into Unity, that's the 3D modeler. Get Sanrio approval, that's the art director. Decide the name, that's design. Figure out the source, that's design. I'm not sure source, what do they mean by that? If found, figure out where and place the treasure. How to get it, maybe. Place the treasure, chest or the flower, something like that. The source is either found or craftable. Okay, this is it. And if craftable, create a recipe, that's design, and figure out the recipe source, that's design. If you get the recipe from a chest or something like that. Tune the ingredients needed for the recipe, that's product. Interesting. Figure out the cost to buy an additional one from the store, that's product. Figure out the tag associated with it, that's design. Figure out if any visitor will require it, that's design. Get the name translated into all languages, that's design and localization. Associate the appropriate behavior, like being able to sleep in a bed, or maybe if it's the mermaid outfit, being able to have additional perks like that. That's design, and probably more than I'm forgetting. So this is super interesting because people don't really realize how much work there is behind every single asset or item that you have in the game. This is an incredible amount of work and not just drawing and animating. So this is so interesting. Thank you so much, Chelsea, for all that you are sharing. Sophie asks, it would be handy to have a teleporter to our cabin so you can quickly change the time of day. That's something I don't care if it's my cabin, but I'm always trying to find the fastest, like the bed closest to a teleporter. Chelsea said dynamic ones are a lot harder to do, unfortunately. Dynamic teleporters, because not all the players will have their own cabin at the same place. So if it's teleporting to a specific location, it's easy, but your cabin, it's harder, I guess. So this was this week's news review. I'm so excited about all the awards. I cannot wait to see more awards coming when the year comes, and this game is here to stay for long. So I'm pretty sure they will get so many new awards in the future. And to all of you guys at Sunblink, I send you all my love and all the good and positive energy for making this game. I think last week we learned that the 1.3 will be huge, so I cannot wait to see what it will come. Probably, since they have not announced anything yet, we still have 1 week, 10 days I think. When this video will come out, we'll still have 4 days until the end of the spooky celebration. So I don't know if in the meantime they will have announced another update, but it's unlikely there will be something for Thanksgiving, because I think it's too late for it. Now that I'm recording this on the 26th of October, they would have announced it already. So, and if they said it's huge, my prediction is that the 1.3 will be for Christmas. So maybe during all November, December, or will it be too big? I'm not sure now. Since I recorded this video, we got an announcement. They're reminding us that on October 13th, we'll get 50 spooky treats, and then saying that the full fashion frenzy is coming on November 3rd with Tuxedo Sam. Tuxedo Sam found inspiration in the autumn hues and is bringing a brand new set of colors to your favorite outfits. So I am not sure if it will be probably something like a login bonus with exclusive colorways of the witch outfit in orange and at least the mermaid. I don't know if something else. And it says Apple will be debuting new information about our 1.3 update on November 1st. So normally this video releases on November 1st. So maybe you'll know before me what happened on November 1st and what we know. Thank you so much for watching, and look at the other news that you might have missed over here.